brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Gordon. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Anderson and Oregon trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
Eddie Moore that did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And Bigsby once more. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Off play action. Barker. And he is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for a 1st down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time, second and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard.
And he will take it in. Ted Bigsby taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go for it.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gordon. He finds his man, complete. That's Marsh. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Gordon, a short throw to Musgrave. Now he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's complete. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete. That's Tucker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Parker. This is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Off the play fake. Gordon. He finds his man, complete. That's Marsh. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag
Still
came
first
out.
down.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Looking to throw. Gordon.
Towards the middle, caught by Musgrave.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here is 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Marshawn Lloyd
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Packers are back within a score. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. So this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45.
51 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That one complete to McConkey.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw.
Barker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2nd and 5.
And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Looking to throw. Gordon.
Throw caught by Musgrave. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, but it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a 1st carry here for their running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth 1st half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he rips that one incomplete there.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Offense.
So erase the flag, they decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Barker.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it would officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun. Barker.
This one finds McConkey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearson. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Off play action. Barker. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's caught by Tucker.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd and 4.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Open man is Tucker.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 3.
The final shot before break.
Gordon.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles doing battle with the Arizona Cardinals.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On first down, it's Lloyd. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Gordon. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball under 27. Here's 2nd and 3. The slot man in motion right. 2nd and 3. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Operating from the gun, Barker.
Tucker hauls it in over the middle.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Barker. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gordon.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Gordon.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
1st down, Packers.
Back to throw.
Gordon. On the throw, letting too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Over the middle and caught by McCarthy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Pass caught by Pearsall. Call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Barker. That one complete to McCarthy.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Play action. Gordon on the move to his left. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barker looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barker. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And it was caught. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking to throw. Barker. The quick slant caught. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Bigsby will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Barker. And that is caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A short throw to Musgrave.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's low. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw.
Gordon. To the left side, there's the tight end, Musgrave.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
So many offenses like to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barker. And it'll be incomplete. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Looking to throw. Barker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll run on 1st down. Carmichael. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Gordon. Clark from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gordon. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barker.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Barker. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 1 now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Barker.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A partner in a tie game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Brings up third down and 9.
On third down, here's Bigsby.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now second down and a few inches. Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
A run here with Bigsby.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here's Bigsby.
And that's a touchdown as they break it on time here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So the Packers down by 7, 30 seconds to go. This is where your playoff medal is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
And the Cowboys with a... Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.